If I had to compare my YouTube channel to something, I feel like the best thing that I could do to kind of show you what happened to my channel was just by comparing it to this PS3 controller. And now I lost a PS3 controller. Now before we start, we just gotta say I'm sorry for the whole thing about the channel and just not uploading in about a year, or exactly a year. The last time I uploaded was 2017, now it's 2019, so it's been a while. But the bright side is 2019 brings new year, new possibilities. You know, that's what every year is supposed to do. It's supposed to bring new possibilities and new opportunities. And I'm hoping to take advantage of mine, because the first time I didn't. Honestly, I think the first time I started, I did pretty good at first, and then I kind of just went back to never uploading. And there's no one to blame besides myself. It was just me being lazy, just me being too, I don't know, I was just really lazy, and there's no other like apology for that. It just kind of happened. It's there. Hopefully you guys are still wanting to see my video game collection grow, because it actually has grown. Even though I haven't been uploading, I have been collecting video games. It's always been a passion of mine for the past couple like years already, and it's not something I'm giving up. It is something that I really do enjoy doing. But yeah, I stopped uploading, but I didn't stop collecting. And since I stopped uploading for a year, I thought, hey, why not do the monthly video game pickup into a full year thing to kind of show you guys, you know, what I got during 2018. And it's really hard because it's a lot of things to show, and I was only hoping to do maybe 6, 7, 8, 10 things at most a month. But because it's a year-wide thing, it was a good amount of games, and you know, a couple other stuff, which I'm happy to show right now. So hopefully, you know, you guys stick around, because like I said, I wasn't expecting to show this many games at one point. It is going to be a kind of a longer video, but hopefully you guys do enjoy it, just to kind of catch up real quick before we get started on 2019 and you know, all the videos we're going to do for then. So if you guys don't remember, my thing about collecting video games, I don't like spending too much. I don't have the money to, collecting retro video games, I don't like spending too much money. I don't want to pay 20 30 for a old game, when, you know, I feel like it's more exciting and interesting if, you know, you go out of your way and you look for it in a thrift store or in a garage sale. You know, just stealing a game that you know goes for a lot more, for a lot less, is kind of just really rewarding, and it's something that I enjoy in video game collecting. So for most of these stuff, I paid $10 or less. I will be explaining how I got everything in the video as we go. But just know that a couple of stuff I did spend $10 or more, or $100 or more on a couple of stuff. Not a couple of stuff, actually, just one thing. But it's okay. So once again, almost everything that I got from here was $10 or less. Some things I had to spend a little bit more on, and once you see it, you'll understand why. But I will be talking about how I got every single thing here as I'm showing it to you. But first things first, we're going to start off with the PS3 games, because the way I got most of them was kind of interesting. So what happened was my friend and I actually went to go pick up a PlayStation 3 that he had found on OfferUp, and it came bundled with a couple of games. So my friend didn't care for most of them. You know, most of them were sports games and stuff like that. So he kind of just gave them to me. I wasn't gonna say no to free games. So I was like, I don't have most of these. I did have a couple duplicates, but they were once again sports games. But I'll probably get rid of those. But the games that I did get, out of like the 8, out of the couple of games that he gave me, the ones. Okay. Yeah, so he didn't like a couple of the games, and he decided, hey, Ivan, you know, I know you collect video games. You want to keep them? I said yes. Thank you for that, Abe. And because of him, I was able to get these games. Now, I'm not going to show all of them because some of them were duplicates, so I already had those. But the ones I didn't have were a good amount of wrestling games. Now, if you don't know me, I'm a very big wrestling fan. I don't know, I like WWE, I like the old WWE. I just like wrestling as a whole. So video games and wrestling is kind of like, you know, something that goes really well with each other for me. Well, not anymore, because they're not coming out with as many great wrestling games. But the games that I really did enjoy was the SmackDown vs. Raw series. And I managed to get SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Now I have 2010 and 2006. So I might start off just trying to collect all the SmackDown vs. Raws. It wouldn't be too expensive. I think each one's maybe like $5 max. So it's not gonna be too hard to collect all of them, but it is something we're gonna go little by little. And then the next games are WWE 2K14 and 2K15. So I got these games, all of them from Labe. Thank you for that. But I got another wrestling game. I actually got it myself, but it was worth it because I saw TNA Impact on the PlayStation 3 for $5 at the GameStop. And when I was looking for it online, I saw, I think Lukey Games had it for, well, a couple websites had it for the PS3 version, about $20. The PS2 version was really cheap, and I was originally going to go with the PS2 version because it's the one that I had played out as a kid. But when I saw that the PS3 version was only $5 at GameStop, I knew I had to get it because it's a game that I remember with a little bit sharper graphics. So sharper graphics never hurt anybody, unless you remaster a game. But that's not a remaster, that's just a PS3 version. It looks good, I'm excited for it. And yeah, the other two games that Abe gave me were Shaun White Snowboarding. I've never played a snowboarding game before, so I'm pretty interested to see how that plays. I got it for free. And MotorStorm, this was one of the first games that came out on the PS3. I remember because my friend Angel had bought it on a PS3, and then I went to his house and I played it once, and the first game I had played was this. So MotorStorm, kind of a big deal for me. It's the first game I ever played on the PS3. And I got it for free, so pretty cool. Let's see if it still holds up the way I remember it holding up. Now the last three games I did buy in the 4 for $10 deals that the GameStop have every now and then. So each one you're gonna see here is $250. Well, $250. Yeah, I got each game for $250, and they were all pretty good games. First one, Infamous, the Infamous series. It was one of PS4's. It was one of the PlayStation Stronger series until I think that last one for the PS4 came out. But the PlayStation 3 ones are pretty good, and never played them. Lucky to try them. Only $250, and it came in a red case, which I kind of like and I don't like. I don't like it because compared to like when I put it next to my other games, it looks off. But when you put it to another red game, the other game that I got for free, well, that I got for $250 was Dark Souls. I got it because it's one of the hardest games. I know it holds up really well still, so I'm pretty excited to try this game. I might do a video on it because I hear it's pretty hard. So yeah, two red games now. It kind of looks better in my collection, but both $250 each, and I'm really excited to try both. But the last game, now the reason I waited to the last to show this one was because, in my opinion, it was like such an amazing deal. I'm thinking of collecting the Assassin's Creed series because it wouldn't be too hard. I know how much each of them are. They're like $5. The newer ones are 60 and up, but by the time I collect the other ones, hopefully the newer ones drop in price. I didn't think it would be too hard to collect the series, so I got started. And one of the games that I wanted to pick up, I already had Assassin's Creed 2, I think. But I saw Assassin's Creed Revelations on the Xbox 360 at GameStop, and one of the games I was going to get for $250. And then I grabbed it. I had it with me the entire time. I went to the PS3 section and looked around, and then I saw Assassin's Creed Revelations there as well. Same price for both, but the only difference was the PlayStation 3 exclusive. Assassin's Creed Revelations, this one comes with Assassin's Creed, the first one, in the disc. So I get Assassin's Creed 1 and Assassin's Creed Revelations, 2 Assassin's Creeds for the series. They're both pretty good games. I needed the first one if I'm going to collect the series. $250 for 2 games, that's a steal. Now in the last video I said Goodwill is your friend, okay? I told you guys that you should always try to go to thrift stores because, you know, Goodwill makes you feel better because, you know, if you find an amazing game, you only get it for $2 or $3 max, and it goes to charity. So don't be an asshole that steals things from a Goodwill because they're like $2, $3. But if luckily for me, all of these games that I'm about to show you guys were $3 each. We're all from Goodwill and we're stolen. Now I'm gonna say this one because it's the best for last. Hopefully you guys don't see it. The next one is another wrestling game, Showdown Legends of Wrestling. I played Legends of Wrestling, the first one on the GameCube. It was garbage from what I remember, but it was pretty cool seeing Legends of Wrestling go up against each other. So when I saw, I think this is the third one in the series, I I knew I had to get it. Hulk Hogan, looking at Andre the Giant, Sting, Jake the Snake Roberts, Macho Man, and I can't remember. Ultimate Warrior. Thank you. That's the name I couldn't remember. So it's pretty cool to have all of this. It's pretty cool to see all the legends at once, and I only got it for $3. The next game is Soul Calibur. I've never had an Xbox. I just recently got one, well, like 2 years ago, but I never had any games on it. So when I went to the Goodwill and then I saw Soul Calibur 2, an Xbox game that is, you know, the common consensus is that it's an amazing game, for only $3, I had to get it. The next one, Medal of Honor. I hear there's only 2 good Medal of Honors. This is one of them, only $3, Xbox game. The next game is Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. I didn't know anything about this game. I've never played the Crash Bandicoot series. I don't even know if it's part of the main series or if it's a spin-off. But either way, I just bought the entire bundle because it was only $3 each at Goodwill. So Crash Bandicoot, and the last game is NBA Street Volume 2. I have Volume 3 on the PS2 and I loved it. But some people argue that Volume 2 is better than Volume 3. So for only $3, I'm going to try it and I'm going to tell you guys if Street Volume 2 is better than Volume 3. Now, all of those games, cool. Solid Xbox games, games that I wanted to add to the collection once I saw them, but they were never games that I was looking for personally. But the last game out of the bundle, when I was opening it, like solid game, solid game, solid game, solid game, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2. I had this on the PlayStation 2 when I was a kid, and then I sold it with my PlayStation 2 to GameStop for like $1. And ever since then, I wanted it back. It was one of the games that I regretted selling, one of the games that I regretted not having. I love this game. It's an amazing game, and now I have it on my Xbox, and I only got it for $3 when on any other website it's $20 to $30. Good was amazing sometimes. So the games I'm going to show you guys right now, I'm really glad I got, because this is a console where I am lacking games. I don't have many games for this console. I think I only have like 3 or 4. Some decent ones, but I feel like the console, even though it's had a lot of shit games, has also had a lot of amazing games that people should play. And I know there's a lot of other games that I never got to play on it, but it's genuinely regarded as not a very good console. But I think it's pretty good. It has a lot of shit games, but it has a couple of good games, and I'm hoping these are some of the good games. With first things first, Spider-Man Web of Shadows. How did I get this game? I don't know. I can't tell you much about the game because I don't know too much about it. It's a Spider-Man game. In the back, he looks like Venom, so maybe you get to play as Venom, or maybe you're the Black Spider-Man in this. Maybe it takes, you know, ideas from the comic books or the movies. I don't know. I don't know much about the game. My friend was gonna throw it out when he was cleaning his garage, and he gave it to me. It's another free game. Cool. The next game, I've also decided to collect this series. I like to collect a lot of series. Usually it's pretty difficult to start collecting some series when they're like rare games, but some games that aren't rare at all is the Call of Duty series. The franchise itself has had so many games, but then sold so many copies that each game's like $5. It's not going to take long for me to collect this as well. Call of Duty 3 to already add to my Call of Duty collection. I'll probably show you guys my entire video game collection pretty soon. I kind of just need to figure out a way to store it all together. But once I find a way to do that, then I'm going to do that, and I'm going to show you guys all the games, and it's going to be amazing, and then it's going to work. But for now, we're trying to collect the Call of Duty franchise, Call of Duty 3 on a Nintendo Wii. Now, the reason I got this game was because I was thinking how bad it could look on the Wii. It's stronger than the GameCube, and it came out on the GameCube first. So it wasn't a game that I was tripping about when it came to the graphics. But I tried it the other day for about 10 minutes because I was playing with my nephew. And it's one of those aiming Wii games. So I might buy a Zapper to go with this game. And the next game I'm about to show you guys, House of the Dead 2 and 3. It's 2 and 3 Return to be exact. So it comes with House of the Dead 1, 2, and 3. Doesn't come with 1. I need to get one. The House of the Dead is an arcade shooting series. And an actual arcade, you know, you can actually go to an arcade machine and they have a little step on it and all that. But they had a couple of these games come out on the Wii because the Wii kind of had like something you could do with that. So some of the games worked pretty well. It's also Wii Zapper compatible, so it's another game I should get. That might play better with an actual hold rather than just aiming it. It's a little bit harder when you're when you're aiming it. But one of the games that you do need a nunchuck and a Wii remote for are Wipeout. Is Wipeout. When I got the game the first time, I was a kid. I loved the Wipeout series like every other kid. If you didn't love Wipeout, I don't know what's wrong with you. Wipeout was pretty cool to watch. So when the game came out on the Wii, I only had a Wii because I was a fucking child. It was pretty fun for like the first day, then got bored because it's very repetitive. But it's cool to have for about an hour, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour. Just play with a couple friends. It loses its charm after about 15 minutes, but it's a cool game to have. Wipeout. It was only $3. It was only $5 one day, and I was hanging out with my friends, so I decided, hey, maybe I'll just bring this. Maybe it'll make it more fun. And then we didn't have nunchucks, so we couldn't play. You need a Wii remote and you need nunchucks. Two of those games, my girlfriend, for now, my girlfriend actually got them for me, as well as this. She got me an SNES Classic. I had always told her how I wanted both the NES and the SNES Classic, but I know the SNES kind of just drew me closer to it because it comes with 2 controllers and it has Star Fox 2. Star Fox 2 never was released in the US until now, so it's a game. It's basically a new SNES game in 2018 when it came out. So it was a game for the SNES that you had never seen before, unless you know you had like illegally downloaded it, but we don't speak of those things. But Star Fox 2, it never got released. Most people never played it, and it's a new SNES game, and at the time 2018. 2 controllers, and I had a lot of like fun games that I wanted to try, like Contra 3. Contra 3, I always played it on the arcade machines when I was at a Macy's or a JCPenney, and I never got really far, so I think it's about time that I beat the game. Contra 3, you're on my list. Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda. These are all a lot of games that I always wanted to try. I never played the NES or the SNES, so it'll be pretty interesting to play both. It'll be interesting to play, some of the best games for these titles. And I collect the PlayStation Classic, but because it dropped to $60, but it's still $60, and I'd prefer to wait till it's like clearance. The PlayStation Classic isn't good. From what I've heard, I never played the PlayStation Classics either. But I already have a PlayStation 1. Well, I have a PlayStation 2 that plays PlayStation 1 games. I'm probably going to get a PS1 because it's like $10. But I don't have a Super Nintendo, and I'm not planning on buying one. So the SNES Classic, thank you to my girlfriend. She is amazing. She also got me this mic. She got me the blue snowball. I want to show you guys, but the way I kind of have it mounted is so it can be closer to my mouth so you guys can hear me. There might be an echo because I'm in my kitchen and echoes a lot because it's a kitchen. But it's a pretty great mic. It looks good so far. I broke the other one because someone named not my girlfriend sat on it. So it's kind of a replacement mic, but still very sweet. Thank you to her. I love her. Now I'm gonna stop talking about her before people click away because nobody wants me to talk about my girlfriend. Now we're actually almost done. We didn't really collect that much from what I've collected. Keep in mind most of it was free except a couple of these last things that I'm gonna show you. But the last couple of stuff I'm going to show you, it gets pretty good. The Xbox 360 being first things first, Dead Rising, the original one, but the Platinum Hits version, which I don't know if I like because I don't really like the gray border thing. I think it makes it look kind of ugly, but beggars can't be choosers. I got it for $250 at a Book Off. It is a store in Southgate. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. Have you been to California? You've been to LA? Southgate. That was more like by Downey. If you guys ever visit the area, Book Off. It was in some outlets, or some mall, I think. I don't know. I went with some friends. I saw retro video games. I saw Dead Rising for $2.50. I got 10% off due to some scratches, but it works. I know because I've been playing it, and hopefully I do a pretty review on it pretty soon because it's a pretty cool game. But $2.50, I got it for 10% off. So what is that, like 25 cents off? So I got it for about $2.50. Once you bring it back up to taxes, maybe $3 almost. Dead Rising, worth it for me. It was a pretty good game. The next game I got, well, the next 2 games I got because they're kind of together, is Assassin's Creed 2. I told you guys I was going to collect the Assassin's Creed series. I have 1, I have 2, And I had Brotherhood, which is kind of like 3, but they didn't call it 3. Assassin's Creed 3 is the American Sniper. Well, the American Revolution one. Not American Sniper, that's a movie. I got both of these for GameStop, $5 or less. I'm pretty sure they were part of 250 deals. I accidentally bought another Brotherhood because I didn't remember that I had this one. And the other one's uglier because I had the GameStop stuff. So I have to, if anyone's looking for a Brotherhood, I got it for $250 at a GameStop. So the taxes might be more than, the shipping might be more than the actual game. But, you know, if somebody wants to pay it, I'll even sign it. If you guys want, if you guys move it up to $3, and I'll sign that copy of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. This next game, it's a series. I played at a friend's house once. It was pretty cool, but it wasn't even this one. It was the second one. And I always wanted to keep playing it. I never finished it, and it was pretty cool at the time because it was a shooter and I was a child. Army of Two. The concept of it's pretty cool. 2 guys have each other's back so well that they can take on entire armies. An Army of 2. It's a game that should be played with 2 people, I'm assuming, because when one man is not enough. I always thought it was an interesting concept that they really promoted how much you should be playing with the second person on this. It just makes it a lot cooler. So maybe I might try it with someone. Maybe I might try it with my girlfriend, but probably not because she's not good at video games. I'm a man of my word. Am I not? Call of Duty 2 on the Xbox 360. I know I saw it for $10 at a GameStop, but because there was a GameStop deal for 4 for $20, so any games that were $10 or less, you got 4 of them instead of 40, it'd be 20. So technically, I got the game for about $5, but still $5 for Call of Duty 2. But the reason I got it, it's on Xbox 360, so I like playing on more moderate systems, or more modern systems if I can. And it said includes bonus DVD, but I opened it. It's only 1 DVD. This game lied to me. I don't think it was worth $5 in hindsight because I really didn't want it for just a bonus DVD. It has an ugly border, platinum hits. Ugh. $5, Call of Duty 2, added to the collection. Call of Duty. Now, if you guys remember from the last video, I got BioShock Infinite, and the PlayStation exclusive for that was it came with BioShock 1. Then I have BioShock 1, BioShock 2, and then I have BioShock Infinite. And I don't know if there's any more BioShocks, but if they're not, I finished BioShock. But if there is, I have 1 and 2, and Infinite. This is probably gonna be the longest video on my channel, but that's okay because this is a year's worth of content, and about at the time of recording, 33 minutes. So hopefully that's cut down to maybe a 15-minute video. We're almost done. I wanted to finish with the most modern games that I have. When I got the 4 for $20 deal, the only game that I spent $5 on that wasn't a current gen system was Call of Duty. What was it? 2? Was it 2? Yeah, Call of Duty 2 for the Xbox 360. Once again, I just really wanted to get the deal, the 4 for $20. If you buy 4 games, $9.99 or less. I already told you guys I wanted to take advantage of the deal, so I got Call of Duty 2 because most of the games I saw for the PS4 and Xbox One weren't that good. Sunset Overdrive was $8. Oh no, was $8. So I didn't want to use a $10 thing on it. But in hindsight, it probably would have been a better game than Call of Duty 2. But that's okay because the other 3 games I got were Mafia 3 on the PlayStation 4, so actual new current gen games. You know, we're not just retro collectors. We collect things that are cheap. We're cheap collectors, okay? Mafia 3 on the PlayStation 4. I played Mafia 2 on the PS3. I played the demo once. I heard you could collect like little nude magazines. So I was really trying to see some titties when I was a kid. That's the only thing I remember about Mafia. I don't know anything about the series, but there's only 3 of them. This one was like $5. The other 2 would be like $5 each. Let's collect Mafia. And the next game we have is Mortal Kombat X. I didn't know there was a Mortal Kombat XL, so I was kind of bummed out about that. But Mortal Kombat X, it's the newest Mortal Kombat up to date, even though 11 just got announced. I'm not gonna get it for another 6 years. So this is my new Mortal Kombat 10. It's a 10th one. I thought it would be pretty cool to have. I've never been a big fan of any fighter games. Well, kind of one fighter game that I'm actually about to show you guys in a bit. But I'm I'm not really good at fighters, but Mortal Kombat 10, I think it's cool. It has a Scorpion, I think. If it's Scorpion, I'm a god. Zero. Yeah, it's Scorpion. Sure, let's go with Scorpion. Scorpion's on it. Mortal Kombat X. I got it for $5, and it's a PS4 game, and it's a pretty good one. That, you know, maybe in the future I might have fun playing with some friends. Not because I'm a collector of collections that I never finish. One of the collections I am trying to collect aggressively is the Assassin's Creed series. You can tell because I didn't even know this game existed. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I don't know what it's about. Welcome to the family. It has to do with London, 1868. The Industrial Revolution. That'll be interesting. I didn't even know it existed. But it's an Assassin's Creed game, and I'm collecting all of them. So it's a PS4 game that I got for $5. So when you get a PS4 game for $5, what can you complain about? Now, I only have 3 games left, but to show you those 3 games, I need to show you the system for those 3 games, okay? Now, once again, I don't have a lot of money. I'm not someone that has a lot of money. I've never been someone that has a lot of money. How did I get this? It was a Christmas present. But not this year's Christmas, last year's Christmas. I meant to show it to you guys, but then I stopped uploading. But if I had showed you guys, I think you guys would have been pretty excited for me because I got I don't know how to show you a microphone, you're in the way, Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch, I wanted it the day it came out. Why? Because I really like Nintendo, and I really like their games, and I really like their systems. I never got the Wii U, and I was really sad about it because it had Super Smash Bros. 4. And whenever I would go to a friend's house with the Wii U, I would play the fuck out of that game. But I couldn't play it a lot because, you know, I was at a friend's house. And I couldn't borrow the game because I didn't have a Wii U. But I always wanted one. But I don't have it. I didn't have it, but now I did have a Switch. So I knew that even though I didn't have Smash 4, I needed to get Smash 5. And that is what I didn't do because Smash 5 wasn't out when the Switch first came out. There's 2 games you need to have. Super Mario Odyssey, The Legend of Zelda. I couldn't choose between the both of them, so I got both. No, I didn't. Mario Odyssey, I actually got it. I traded a couple games to my friend and some cash, and I ended up getting Super Mario Odyssey. So I only ended up paying out of pocket $15, which is usually out of my limit of $10 or more or less. But it's usually around a $55 game. This game isn't gonna lose its value because it's a Super Mario game. So I thought, why not? If I can get it for about $15 and, you know, a couple games I'm not gonna use anymore, why not? But the game I had originally bought for the Switch, I never do buy $60 games, but I had to at the time because I didn't want to have a Switch without games. And I bought a couple of games, like, you know, from the store, or from the, you know, little eShop. But I really wanted to get one of the powerhouse games between Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. And I picked Breath of the Wild because it was Game of the Year. It has about 40 hours of playing time, while Mario Odyssey had 10. And I wasn't planning on getting whichever one I got. I wasn't going to get the other one for at least a year. So I really wanted one that was going to take up some time. Legend of Zelda was 40 hours, and Mario was only about 12 hours. So I decided I'm going to get a little more bang for my buck. But I ended up not playing either one yet. So I'm an idiot. Why? I don't know. I have a lot of video games, but when I play them, I kind of just stick to one when I'm playing it. I did play some Legend of Zelda. I have about 9 hours on that, but I know I have a lot more to play. So far, it's been amazing. So far, the Switch has been amazing, but it didn't start getting used as much until I really want to Smash 4, guys. So the first time I ever bought a game, $60 out of my pocket, in over 5 years. I even pre-ordered it because I wanted it so bad. Super Smash Bros. 5. Super Smash Bros. 5. Been playing the shit out of this, and anybody that wants to work in it can get it, okay? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has all the characters. I had to buy the DLC. I really spent a lot of money on this game that I really could have used on other amazing games as well. But Super Smash Bros. Is just a game that doesn't lose its charm to me. It's one of the only fighters that I've ever liked. So I'm really glad I have it. I'm really glad I have all of this. It took me over a year, but I haven't spent a lot of money on it. Honestly, guys, it's not hard to collect. It's really not something that it's something that a lot of people can do. I just think that it's just something you need to put your time and dedication to. But if you guys don't want to collect, then you guys subscribe to me, and I'll collect for all of us. But that is it for the video, you guys. It was a lot to show, so it was a pretty long video. I am at 42 minutes at the time of recording, so let's see how much I could have shortened that to. No, but seriously, guys, I didn't upload that much, and I took some time off. And I didn't take time off on purpose. It was just something that kind of happened. But my love for video games is still here. My love for recording videos and making videos is still here. I just need to find it again, but it's here again. So hopefully you guys join me in my quest to collect so many video games. So for so little money. Because I'm a cheap guy, but I love video games, and if it's entertaining to other people and I can put a smile on someone's face because every now and then have a good joke, then so be it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys stay subscribed, and you guys are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell for all the videos that will hopefully be coming, unless I go ghost again, but hopefully it won't happen. Thank you guys for watching. Comment if you have any questions, or you guys want me to review any of these games in specific. Even if you haven't seen the game on my channel, just mention it in the comment section. I'll tell you guys if I have it or not, and then I will hopefully do a review on it. But thank you guys for watching. My name is Ivan, and I will see you on the next one.